What's up, Monster Jam fans? This is Bryce Kenny, driver of the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, and I'm here with my buddy Tyler Menninga, driver of Gravedigger, and once again a series champion. He is the Triple Threat Series East champion. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
Good, man. How you holding up?
Not bad, dude. I'm just this whole shelter in place has got me a little bit, off my game a little bit. My hair is way overgrown. And I feel like it's like an umbrella that's about to just poof open. So I'm not going to touch it to show you how long it is because I probably have too much product. But you're looking sharp, man. I'm a little bit bummed out. Your social media, I saw all kinds of facial hair. And I get on here and I was going to tease you a little bit about it. And you're kind of clean shaven, or at least you trimmed it all down. What's up, man? You let me down.
I know. I'm letting the hair go just like you are. I'm just saying I hope your grass isn't as long as your hair right now because you get some trouble then. But yeah, and then just having fun, just trying to live life as I can right now. And everybody's in lockdown in this crazy time right now. So just trying to do what I can while I'm at home.
Well, let's talk about these championship trophies behind your head, because you're about to add another one from this year. You've got a Triple Threat Series West Championship trophy over your right shoulder. You've got a Monster Jam World Finals Fastest Qualifier massive trophy behind your head. And then you've got a Triple Threat Series championship from the Central Tour from 2 years ago. Dude, you've got another series championship trophy coming to your house. You obviously don't have any more room in your bedroom to put this. Why don't you just send it to me or donate it to a fan or something? Obviously, look, you see how many tour championships I've got sitting right behind my head? Goose egg, buddy. But I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. You have done it again this year. And I hope that you're able, you worked so hard this year. Have you been able to kind of reset a little bit since we've had this shelter in place situation? Have you been able to spend any time with your family, or what is Tyler Menninga doing when Tyler Menninga is not behind the wheel of Gravedigger?
Absolutely. I mean, you know how it is on tour. We're busy nonstop. We go to city one weekend, the city the next weekend, and we have maybe 2 or 3 days at home. So I'm actually enjoying my time off, with family and friends, and being able to go and work a normal job every day, which is crazy to say that I'd like that, but it's out of the normal for us, so I'm enjoying it.
What do you do? What is a normal job for you right now? What are you doing?
I'm working to building houses right now. So I do a little bit of carpentry work when I'm home. So that's what I've been doing.
Well, yeah. I would have never guessed you as a carpenter, and I don't know why, only because you tear up everything. You are the master of chaos, not the master of construction. So you obviously got a Jekyll and Hyde thing going on right there professionally.
Yeah, it's hot and it's cold, I don't know what to say. Just like I said, though, enjoying the normal life, like I'm sure you are, spending time with family and just hanging out and living like a normal life for once almost.
Yeah, filling up your bedroom with hardware.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to talk about this season, man, because I've called you this in the past. You're like the cheat code to the Monster Jam video game. And I said that before Monster Jam had a real video game, Monster Jam Steel Titans. So maybe you're the cheat code on there as well. I don't know. But in real life, you're like the real life cheat code when it comes to driving one of these trucks. You're somebody that has truly been able to perfect, in a lot of sense of the word, most of the moves, especially coming out of the Great Clip Skills Challenge. Do you feel like that's your best event, or is your best event freestyle? What was kind of your bread and butter this season on the East Series?
I would say definitely for freestyle. Two-wheel skills is a lot of fun. We go out there and try and do our best trick. They took one hit away from us, so now instead of 3 hits, we only get 2. So I didn't like that as much. I like to go out and have fun, and if I mess up on one, at least have 2 more chances. So, but now freestyle for arenas, they added a mini flip ramp in for us, so that was fun. I would always try and get the truck to land a certain way. I don't ever want to land normal. I don't want to be the normal guy out on the track. So I want to land all crooked and have to do a save after it or something like that. So just had a lot of fun with that all year. And even if the backflip ramp wasn't there for me, I still love freestyle more than anything.
Yeah, well, you pulled off one of the coolest backflips, too, since Monster Jam introduced backflips inside of arenas. And it was a backflip into a moonwalk. So let alone just adding a backflip inside of an arena, but you added a moonwalk to it. Did you do that on purpose? Were you planning that ahead of time, or was it just the situation was there to give you that opportunity and you maximized it?
You know, it really was the situation was there. I mean, I always wanted to do a backflip to moonwalk in an arena, but that particular flip, it actually didn't rotate fast enough or far enough. So, the typical way to do a backflip to moonwalk would be to land and slap it, like rear slap wheelie, and then ride it out. Well, I pulled up to the jump and I drove through the backflip and I felt it not rotating fast enough. So I seen where it was going to land. I was like, oh, I see what I might be able to do here. So put it in reverse and backed out of there. So it's pretty cool.
That's awesome, man. Hey, let's talk about a couple of the moves. Obviously, you are somebody that's very comfortable doing bicycles, somebody that has now tried to do you were able to do a bicycle into a moonwalk like we've seen Ryan Anderson do. You've done that inside an arena. So not only are you able to do the things that a lot of us drivers have not been able to pull off yet, but you're doing it in a much smaller space on a smaller floor inside of an arena. There's some people that have come up and said, well, yeah, Tyler's good at existing moves, but he's not innovating new moves or something like that. And they're not giving you the amount of credit. Do you listen to that noise, or are you so busy perfecting these Monster Jam moves and trying to do them better than anyone else that you probably don't care to innovate something new right now?
You know, I'd love to innovate something new. It's just the fact of the stuff that's always turning in my brain and thinking, what could I be doing next? Or, I might not have not enough room in this arena, maybe next weekend or something like that. But yeah, I don't really usually listen to anybody. I just go out and do my own thing and have fun. And people try and get in my head all the time, but it doesn't work. So
I don't know, man. Some of those world finals, when all of us drivers are sitting around and people are giving you a hard time. I know Adam Anderson seems to be able to get in your head pretty fast too, but
because he's always joking. He's a joke. Come on.
He's joking, but it's got to work or something. But I will say this, as soon as your Gravedigger truck fires up with you behind the wheel, you can just tell that you're comfortable in there. I mean, I don't know if you've got a lazy boy recliner up there, but are you just easy going, cool as a cucumber, or are you somebody that drives with quite a few butterflies in your stomach?
No, I'm as calm as can be. Like, it's crazy. Like, I look back on it, and you know how it is. You kind of replay it as it was for you in the truck after you get done driving, and you're like, man, okay, so what did I do there? What did I do here? And it's like, I never even think about stuff. It's crazy. It's like somebody would be like, well, how'd you save that? And I'll be like, I have no idea. So I just drove the truck and here I am. But yeah, I mean, I get worried sometimes if I can save it or not. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But it's never like I have butterflies when I get in the truck. It's just, I know what I got to do. I know how I got to do it, and I'm going to win or lose. That's just how it's going to be.
Well, I want to talk about the Triple Threat Series East, your tour this season. You jumped out to a very early points lead. Arguably, you were the most dominant all season long. In fact, I don't know. I don't believe there was any city all year long in which you didn't win at least one overall event championship. Dude, that is dominating is not a big enough word for that type of performance. Were you just that confident, or what made you so consistent every single event?
It's crazy, man. I have the weirdest antics when I go into like a series like this, or like a show or an event in the summer or anything like that. That's not even a point series. That's like, I don't even think about anything. Like when I came into show one in Birmingham for the start of the series, I was just like, okay, here we are. I didn't even try to think about like, hey, this is the start of the series. You got to get out to a good lead. Like that was it. I just was like, all right, we're doing an event here in Birmingham. I'm going to drive the truck like I usually do. And then we're going to go to the next city. It's not like I got to keep my points up against him or her, or, it doesn't matter. I never even think about the points. It just slips right over my mind.
Well, I will say one of your stops was in Greensboro and North Carolina, and that's my essentially hometown. I'm one town over, and I had a buddy go out, and I told them, "Oh man, you're in for it because you get to see Tyler Menninga." And guess what? Kayla Blood Granger absolutely wrecked you that show. She destroyed you. And I don't know if she got the overall. I'm pretty sure she did. But I will say his biggest feedback after he left that, because he'd never been to a Monster Jam event, he said, man, yeah, Tyler was pretty awesome. But that Kayla girl was amazing.
She does awesome, man. It was hard competing against her all year long. So she's really advanced a lot in the last couple of years. You can't take that away from her.
Well, arguably your biggest competitor and competition, we should say, was probably her husband, Blake Granger. Would you say that there's a rivalry between you two?
I wouldn't say there's a rivalry. I mean, he was a good competition, but honestly, like, if I was going to sit down and actually think about it, like in the week, like during the week, I might think about like, oh, well, this is how many points I'm up, or, I just check once or whatever. And I'd be like, wow, Kayla's actually closer than anybody else. So it's like, they were both there the whole time. And I actually blew 2 motors within 2 stops this year. So Nick, my crew chief, thank God he was there, just had a motor change. I blew it in intros in Baltimore, had it changed before freestyle. So those guys busted their butts back there. And, we had some bad luck. We had a lot of good luck, obviously. But, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that there's a rivalry between me and him.
Well, and before we talk more about Blake, because I want to in just a second, there is a lot of credit that needs to go to the Monster Jam technicians. And Nick Mole, I mean, he's got a huge background in nitro funny car racing. He was with Ron Capps in the Napa funny car for years before he found Monster Jam, or if Monster Jam found him. And so his background with nitro powered motors is something I can relate to, since that's my background as well. But you talk about somebody that's very comfortable around motors. You don't get a motor swap done before freestyle without other hands helping Nick do that. But somebody like Nick that is very comfortable around those motors. And I know that winning any sort of championship is absolutely a team effort. So congratulations to your entire team with that. But I do want to talk about Blake for just a second. So I like Blake. I think Blake is great for the sport of Monster Jam. I think that he works very hard to get better every year. I think that his desire, and this is coming from my vantage point, is to certainly be somebody that leaves his mark on the sport of Monster Jam. With that being said, if anyone was like the cousin of Todd LeDuc when it comes to maybe call it some overconfidence, right? And a little bit of kind of arrogance in the way that they walk around and even talk about their style, you would have to say that Blake Granger is definitely in that camp. How did that affect you psychologically in kind of whether it was listening to Blake in between shows, or did he ever affect you at all with his personal style and call it maybe him trying to get into your head a little bit that way?
Like I said, I mean, I've lined up against Ryan and Adam and Tom, and it's really not, I don't think about who's in the other lane when we're racing or who I'm competing against or whatever. But there was a couple times this year where I violated a rule, and he'd be the first one there to call me out on it and get my points taken away from me. So he kept me on my toes in that sense. But, I always told people, it's like, well, he can't beat me straight up, so he's got to have the biggest leg he can up on me, I guess.
Well, and you know what? When you guys are in this fight and everything can come down to one single point, it's hard to not let all of our egos into this. And especially for you too, because Gravedigger Max D will go down in the history of not only Monster Jam, but most professional sports as one of the greatest sports rivalries. Do you feel like that, you were against, it was Tyler versus Blake, or was that still a Gravedigger versus Max D moment?
Yeah, so like back to what we were saying again, it's like I don't even think, I mean, there is a huge rivalry there, but it's like I don't even think about it ever. I try and just clear my mind every time I'm in the truck, or if I'm riding the ATV or the Speedster on the track. It's just me and the track. Like, I don't even think I'm driving Gravedigger half the time. I'm that zoned in. I'm like, not that I'm zoned in, but I'm just that calm and focused on what I'm doing and driving. And like, I don't let the Gravedigger name, I'm carrying a pretty big name, and I don't let that get to me a whole lot, I don't think. So I do the same thing no matter what truck's lined up next to me.
That's awesome, man. Well, and you can tell that in your driving as well. Although I will say this, I think you're kind of holding your cards close to your chest. All of the best competitors out there, it's not that there's an ace of spades that someone has to play against that other driver. But I would imagine that there's a way to get into your head. I haven't figured it out. Most of Monster Jam has not figured it out, because you just continue to win and win and win. And I'm getting sick and tired of it, okay? You've only got 1 year ahead of me. Actually, no, when you were in Blue Thunder, I was in Monster Mud.
Yes,
that is so infuriating to me now, because I just forgot. You don't have an extra year of me than I do competing. We have an equal amount of years, and there you are sitting with all that hardware behind your head, and I'm sitting here with, bad artwork behind mine. So I've got to remedy that in the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior this coming season. But dude, I'm so excited for you. Seriously, congratulations on another championship, Triple Threat Series East. That huge trophy is going to be joining those others behind you very, very shortly. But I know I can speak not only for myself as a driver of Monster Jam, but also a fan of the sport. I know the fans miss you out there on the track as well. So we need to get out of this whole shelter-in-place stuff so we can get you back in the truck very soon and performing in front of these fans. What would it mean to you? What will be kind of going through your mind the first time you get back into that Gravedigger truck after this whole shelter-in-place episode's going on?
Sometimes I think, can I even drive again? Like, maybe I'll get in and just forget. But no, I just want to do, I'm always out to do the coolest thing possible when I'm at an event. I want to be known as the guy that did the coolest move of the night. So that's my deal. Every time I leave an event, I'm kind of like a newer Gravedigger driver. I'm 4 years in. Randy Brown, Adam have been driving for a while. Obviously, everybody knows Dennis and Ryan, son of a digger. But there's still people that come through the lines and is like, oh, who's this guy? So I want people to remember me when I leave. That way, next time I come to their city, they're like, oh, yeah, that guy was awesome last time. So that's kind of my goal every time I'm at an event. So,
well, did you pay much attention this year? Because the Monster Jam power rankings were new for all of us. Did you pay much attention week in and week out? Because you spent a lot of time in the top 10.
Yeah, I paid attention to them. I check on them whenever they, obviously on my Instagram feed, it would pop up every time Monster Jam released the power rankings for the week. So, yeah, it's kind of cool that they're doing that now and just like actually keeping track of the races and who's winning more and doing whatever. So I enjoy it.
Well, did it motivate you at all from week in to week out, depending on where you were in that top 10 at all?
No, I would just do the weekend, and then whenever they would post that, I would look at it and go, okay, that's how last week went. So either I needed to maybe step it up or, maybe I liked where I was at. So
that's cool, man. Well, dude, you're looking trim. You must be either staying in the gym or I don't know. Maybe it's just the fresh shave you've got going on.
It's the baby face.
Okay.
It's the baby face.
All right. Are you like me? You're eating plenty of bowls of cereal at night and plenty of cookies?
Oh, yeah. Well? Right before bed, whole tub of ice cream.
Whole tub. Well, see, that's the problem because how old are you?
22.
22. See, that's also infuriating. I thought you were like 27. I'm 32 years old. I feel like we're, brothers of the same age, and yet I've got 10 years on you. I
could be my dad.
Ice cream, but when I was 22, I could eat whatever I wanted, and I'd probably lose weight. And so that also infuriates me now. Not only all the trophies behind your head, but the fact that I can't eat what I want during this shelter in place. So you better count your blessings, pal.
Yeah, it's coming to an end, I'm sure.
All right, man. Hey, the Monster Jam fans can't wait to have you back there on the track. What closing comment would you leave to them because they're missing you? They're missing the sport of Monster Jam right now.
Absolutely. We're all missing it. I know you're missing it. Everybody's missing it. So I just can't wait to get back out there and start putting on a better show for you guys. The comeback's going to be better for all of us. So we can't wait for it to start back up. I know you're ready. I'm ready. So maybe me and Bryce will be on the same tour sometime.
That's awesome, buddy. Well, go and wash that Gravedigger fire suit behind. Apparently you hung it up after your last weekend, and it probably still stinks, and you must not have washed it because I can smell it from here. So you might want to do that. But in the meantime, buddy, make some more room because that Triple Threat Series East Championship trophy's headed your way, okay?
Thanks, man.
All right, man. Good seeing you, man. I miss you, buddy. I hope I see you soon.
Yeah, take it easy.
All right, buddy. Bye.
Yeah.